I was sort of a troublemaker when I was a kid, so when I was like 18 years old, I was getting in fights and drinking and acting like an idiot.
It's my game, stud.
Oh, well, champ or stud or whatever it is you like your boyfriends to call you, we're just gonna play one more game and it's all yours, all right? You know, there's like a specific moment I remember kind of looking at my life and going, whoa, I don't want to, you know, do this anymore.
One day we did a short film together for a friend of ours, Eric, who wanted to get a feature made. We did a short film together, and Scott turned over to me once again and said, I want to write a movie. And great. Cigarettes, typing, creative banter. He wrote Dallas and Rusty, and we just read it, and, you know, as it was being written and afterwards, and there it was, and we went to work.
We read a script that he had written that we liked a lot and said, well, if you want to do this, we'll do this. He said, well, if you really want to do a script that's reflective of who I am, in the last 2 weeks, I wrote this thing called Dallas and Rusty. And we could see the light bulbs go off in his face as he was talking about Dallas and Rusty.
I just sat down and I wrote it, you know, I was like inspired by somebody else doing something, so I just sat down and started writing, and then the story just kind of came out. You know, some of it really happened, some of it didn't, threw in some real life stuff. You know.
I got this script, you know, just like I get all the other scripts, and I read it, and I loved it right off the bat. You know, I knew Scott a little bit before this movie. I'd met him and knew he was extremely talented, and I had no idea he was a writer, though, and I just was so proud of him and called him up and said I would love to be any part in this movie that you want me to be. So now I'm here with my one-eyed dog.
Scott called me. We had met, we didn't really know each other before this. We'd met a couple times, and he just called me one day on the phone and said, I've written this script and I would like for you to read it. I read it, and we sat down and had coffee, and I was in love with it, and that was it, man. It was pretty easy. One of the easiest deals I've ever done.
I was so excited when I read it too, you know, I was like, wow, this is so cool. Also because it was so different from Federico on 6 Feet Under.
I was away in Miami, my family vacation. I thought, I finally got the script. It was a whole saga getting the script. Finally got it sat down, and I was just laughing. Like, I was sitting by this pool, like I just flipping the page. And everybody's like, what are you doing? What are you reading? I was like, never mind. It's mine. It's great.
So he wrote this movie and showed it to me and said, do you want to do it? Like that.
We read Dallas and Rusty, and we got it. We're like, okay, this is not semi-autobiographical. This is Scott Caan's story.
I mean, I don't get to meet the guy until the day. Or the night. I picked the guy up at a location on the night that I will get from the girl on the day. Does that make sense? Not really. Whatever, it's a whole thing.
It's a very shady thing.
Yeah, well, what the hell am I gonna do?
This is a story of two disenfranchised kids. They've been buddies since they were high school, and I think all of us had someone in our lives who we bonded with because of circumstance. Usually we got in trouble.
The hell are we doing, man? But essentially, you've got one character, Rusty, who I play, who knows what he's supposed to be doing in life, and his best friend, Dallas, who doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing in life and continues to go down the wrong path. And my character wants to leave all that behind.
What the hell are you doing? You're an adult. You're not some 16-year-old kid.
I don't know that. You think I don't know how ridiculous any of this shit is?
You know, I think she's, first and foremost, she's somebody's mom. I think that really defines who she is. I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, I love you. Oh. There's something I gotta say, though. There's something I want you to know.
Lay it on me.
You know, whatever it is you have to do, I want you to know I support you. Emotionally. I don't have any money, so.
I know.
I play Christian Potter. I am I guess I'm addicted to gambling.
They're trying to fuck me. Dallas, they're trying to fuck me. They're not trying to kiss me. They're trying to fuck me. I believe that someone, I don't know who, has been tapping my phone. They tap my phone. And then they call the heartless college quarterbacks and tell them to throw the game.
Scott Caan plays a collector for a bookie. And, you know, we go into business together to do a heist.
I'm gonna rob Bear.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna rob Bear.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna do it with you.
Really?
50-50. No, fuck that. 60-40.
I'm always playing kind of the girl that's really focused on something, and Peg just isn't. I mean, she's the least focused person I know. I mean, I've been thinking at home, what does she do? What does she do? I don't know. She writes in a journal and yells at Christian. I can't even think what this girl does, so it's a complete departure for me.
Don't yell at me!
I know that the phone is ringing. I have ears. I heard it. Maybe you can answer the fucking thing. I have company over. Company.
What?
Company.
It's not gonna be for me!
Take a message.
No!
Take a message.
I'm not your fucking secretary!
Fuck you!
You know, fuck you!
Fuck you
No,
in your ass.
fuck you in your ass and fuck your ass!
Hiya, Peggy. It's good to see you.
Who's Ruben? Ruben is this. He's a crazy freak.
Where you going, man?
What's that?
Where the fuck are you going? Because I know the answer to that question, and you don't. So what I really want to know is where the fuck you think you're driving
Hey,
to?
brother, check it out. I get the whole secretive, like I don't get to meet you till the night thing. We don't have to seal the deal with a fucking attitude, all right?
Nah, just kidding with you, man. I'm kidding, okay? But all right, mira, make it right, make it right.
I think the Bear role is a good role. It's a good jewel in itself. And so, as far as Bear goes, this guy is, in his own mind, he is Scarface. He is the king of all kings. You know, like, he doesn't make a lot of money. He makes enough money to flash, you know, big fish in a small pond kind of thing.
Ladies looking for something? Fuck. I don't know what the fuck you girls are doing here, but take my advice and get the fuck out the same way you came in.
Rusty knows that he has to move on. Dallas doesn't want the clock to keep ticking. So when Rusty develops a friendship with Jeff Goldblum's character, he realizes maturity actually can be okay.
You are collecting money from a small-time bookmaker, therefore making you big-time, small-time.
Exactly.
Grow the fuck up.
I like the character. Therapist and a kind of a deeply good guy, I think. So, you think you want to come back and see me again?
We're done?
Yeah, the hour's up. Think you want to come back?
Oh, if it's cool with you.
That's why I'm asking.
Well, what I mean is if it's cool with you.
It is. You want to come back?
It's up to you. I've heard about shit like this, man.
In love, for however he got there, ready to really fall deeply and soulfully and committedly, and in love with this wonderful woman played by Kelly Lynch.
Should we eat something? What?
It's so cute the way you do that.
What did I do?
The way you jump around like that. Oh, like we'll be at a restaurant and you'll ask the waiter what the specials are in the same sentence. You'll ask him where he got his shoes. That's so cute.
I'm glad you think so.
And of course, the story is she sends her son Rusty to me.
Oh, this is just great. I'm pimping my mom for therapy.
And then we get into that funny area where I'm dating his mom and he's a patient, and that creates some conflict and difficulty, as you might imagine.
Tell me, why does your mom call you Butch?
I get it. You're gonna use me to get closer to my mom.
Fuck you.
There's a fairy tale romance where Rusty's sitting at his favorite coffee shop and in walks her. And in Scott Caan's mind, the writer, director, star of the film, Romance can be that way.
So I called me the sheriff. I said, please bring my wife the gun. But no, please don't let her hurt me.
Hi. Hey.
Hey.
It's how I sort of see love and with young people. It's just like it happens in a second, and it could, you know, it either lasts or it doesn't last. And to me, I didn't want to see like a whole love story, and I felt like the movie needed some sort of a, you know, something that drove this character. And I picked this girl that kind of just walks in and they fall in love immediately, and then you don't really hear from her for the rest of the movie. I don't know, that's how my relationships have been. You know, I kind of meet a woman and I fall in love with her in 5 minutes. And then if I could be so lucky as for them to go away forever, I'd love them forever. But they stick around and I end up not liking them anymore. Hey, look who's here. How you doing? You know what? You can smoke in my room. You can smoke a whole pack if you want. In fact, you can set the fucking room on fire. Just leave me alone for a second, okay?
You fucking prick!
Wait, honey, come
Get
here.
stuff, mate!
Oh, come. Val Lauren, who's playing Christian in the movie, him and I have done a lot of plays together.
I know Scott from Playhouse West. We studied there together. He was there at a certain point, and then I was there at another point. We ended up running into each other about 2 years ago. And from day one, we hit it off and started working together in the theater.
One part in particular, the role of Christian, was created from the beginning with his good collaborative friend, Val Lauren, who plays that part. No other part in the movie has as much creative freedom as that one.
Great.
How you doing?
Fantastic. I don't owe you money, do I?
No, no.
Wait a second, you don't owe me money, do you?
No.
Of course you don't. That would just be too fucking good to be true, wouldn't it?
I've made, as a producer, 5 or 6 films with first-time directors. This is the most prepared any director that I've ever worked with has ever been. Scott saw this film shot for shot from the beginning.
Scotty's doing great. He's wonderful. You know, he really knows what he's doing. And you can kind of tell when you work with the director. Even, I mean, there are directors who've been doing this twice as long as Scotty and still don't know what they're doing. So it's kind of nice to get that sense and to really trust Scotty and know that he knows what he's doing.
With independence, it really gets to be the voice of the director. I mean, anyone that's going to get into an independent film, anyone that's going to produce it and, you know, really be on board for someone that's so passionate about something, they really they really kind of just let it happen and let the voice of the director come through.
Scott, it's the same deal. He's just so confident. He has a complete point of view. That's all I look for. You know, I hate when I get on a set and I realize the director says stupid things like, well, you know, we'll put it together in the editing room, or, you know, let's see what happens, and I don't do a shot list, and I don't care, you know, I mean, I just create as we go, you know, it's like, you know, I want to be free knowing that somebody else is directing the movie and has done their homework. I think all the great directors just really, you know, do that work.
He's very passionate about this, it feels to me, and along with that, terrifically prepared, because he's loves it and wants it to be good for, it feels like, the right reasons, just because he's got passion in him and wants to tell this story.
I'm not sure if there's such thing as a natural born leader. I think great leaders learn from great leaders, and it's just an ongoing, you know, domino effect.
I mean, everything's a learning experience. Every single movie I've ever done, I remember what the directors were like and, you know, how I want to be. And, you know, I've, you know, stolen 50 things from Soderbergh, you know, how he talks to actors, or, you know, how he approaches a scene, and, you know, how he is with his people. I mean, you know, I worked with Tony Scott, taking things from him. I've taken things from directors that I maybe didn't love working with, things not to do, you know. So all of it just kind of like sticks in your head, and you know.
At first you're like, well, you know, of course he can direct it, of course, you know, he's been around it a long time. He knows how to direct a movie, but it's been completely liberating to watch him do it, and the whole idea of an actor who's also the director, it's just very freeing. He lets all of us kind of find our way through it, and that's been a real joy.
Honestly, when you're doing films at this budget level, if you don't give your talent that kind of freedom, then what are they doing it for? They're not getting paid. The same goes for the crew. If you're not giving the crew the opportunity to be relaxed, have fun, do their job, respect them for what they can do, then what are they doing it for?
I believe in Scott wholly, full-heartedly. He wrote an amazing screenplay, and I hope he does just as amazing job directing it, which I think he is, and I would be on board for anything he'd ever ask me to be in.
Everybody get the fuck on the floor, face down, now! Red! Come towards the camera.
You alright, Sly? I'm looking dead, you know? Cut. No!